To be clear, the 4-month program in here, after graduation, what you will have is the practical diploma. Is showing that you have the foundation of hospitality in the 5-star hotel. For Imperial Hotel in here, we can also give you the certificate that you have the working experience in the Imperial Hotel 5-star. For that, it will help you to apply for a job in Australia.
Belum bisa hadir karena masih kerja, jadi kita ada recordingnya juga. Oke, malam ini kita mau fokus bahas untuk karir hospitality. Namun kali ini programnya itu sangat berbeda dari yang lain ya, karena di sini bisa dibilang tuh ini jalur ninja buat kalian yang pengen segera terjun ke dunia hospitality tanpa harus lama-lama sekolah dan bisa dari any background. Orang bisa daftar asal kalian tekun dan punya passion kalian di bidang perhotelan. Karena kerja perhotelan itu sejatinya adalah service yang dijual ya teman-teman ya. Jadi memang harus ada soul dan attitude dalam kerja di sininya. Nah, ikuti webinar ini ke akhir, kalian nggak nyesel dengan peluang yang ditawarkan. Dan untuk webinar ini karena Mr. Tom bukan Indonesian, jadi akan di pakai bahasa Inggris, tapi nanti aku akan berusaha untuk jelasin ulang. Maksudnya setiap kali ada penjelasannya, aku akan interpretingin buat kalian. Nah, oke, kita langsung aja mulai webinarnya. Seperti biasa, kalau ada pertanyaan saat presentasi sedang berlangsung, silahkan kalian tulis dulu di kolom chat, nanti aku bacain. Dan buat yang mau tanya-tanya, langsung bisa raise hand nanti ketika presentasi udah selesai, oke? Oke, good evening Mr. Tom. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing very well, thank you. Greeting
Oke,
from Vietnam to Indonesia.
yeah, yeah. Okay, let's now listen to presentation from Mr. Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Utami, can you help me to place the video because I want to show the video introduction about our hotel and also the school. We have the whole hotel inside the school and yes. From my side, I don't hear the voice unless do you hear any sound from the video?
Not yet. Perhaps there is some audio issue, but if it cannot be played, it's okay. You can just try to explain, for example, like yeah.
Martini, sorry, can you hear?
No.
You cannot, but you can see the screen. No.
Yeah, we can see the screen, but there is no sound. But if it is cannot play the sound, it's okay. Perhaps Tom can just share the stories behind the picture, the video.
Okay, so I will play again. Should I play again?
Yeah, you can try once more.
Okay, one more time then. Sorry.
Jadi sambil nunggu teman-teman, ini college-nya itu yang punya hotelnya ya. Jadi kalian tuh nanti akan belajar langsung di hotel ini. Jadi langsung praktek gitu selama 16 minggu. Jadi langsung di dalam hotel tersebut.
Do you want to have a quality hospitality
Yes,
education?
we can listen. Okay, good. Thank you.
The ambition to have a well-known career is the beginning of a sustainable future. You want a successful job, fast-track promotion opportunity, and attractive salary. Imperial International Hotel College proudly partners with distinguished institutions in Switzerland, UK, USA, Canada, Australia, and other countries. The only international five-star hotel school in Vietnam. The International Hotel Management Program in Vietnam is chosen by many foreign students. Our college is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities. The program is quality controlled and accredited by NCFE, United Kingdom. The program is managed and taught by highly experienced international and Vietnamese professors, experts, and instructors. The college is the only international five-star hotel school in Vietnam. Our front office management program provides students with the essential skills to manage the front desk operations, from handling guest check-ins and reservations to managing guest requests and ensuring a smooth checkout process. In our housekeeping program, students learn the art of creating a comfortable environment for guests, from proper room cleaning techniques to managing inventory and coordinating with other departments. In our food and beverage production section, students acquire the skills and knowledge necessary to succeed in the fast-paced world of culinary arts. From experiencing the cooking techniques and menu development to understanding kitchen operations and maintaining food safety standards. Our banquet and event management focuses on planning and executing successful events, from weddings and conferences to social gatherings. Students learn event coordination, staffing and teamwork, and logistics management to ensure memorable experiences for guests. Our students are prepared to excel in the service industry. Last but not least, our beverage management program includes hands-on experience in wine tasting and learn how to confidently recommend and serve wine to guests. During tea training, our students become experts in providing a memorable tea experience to guests. They learn about different tea varieties and how to create harmonious.
Sorry, there is no sound. Saya suaranya ke mute.
I think later after this section, we can share the link so everyone can rewatch it on YouTube because we have, just for reference, we have really nice like TikTok and YouTube as well. You can go over there and research for our name in here, Imperial International Hospitality and Management College. You will find our Facebook. We are on Facebook, on TikTok, and on YouTube.
Oke, that's okay. Jadi nanti teman-teman buat yang mau searching langsung bisa lihat di TikToknya ya. Ada komplit di situ untuk namanya Imperial International Hotel College. Nanti bisa minta linknya juga dari aku. Jadi di situ tuh lengkap ada semuanya. Oke. Di YouTube juga ada ya. Oke. Tis Utami soalnya baru masih di rumah sakit ya teman-teman. Jadi anaknya masih sakit. Jadi mohon maklum kalau misalnya mungkin dari segi suara agak-agak distract gitu. Okay, Tom, perhaps you can continue.
Okay, so let me start with the presentation. So first off, I want just to double check that everyone can hear me clearly and can see the slide I'm showing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's clear.
First off, I really appreciate Martini and Utami in here for organizing this section in here. I think it's quite rushed. I think we only arranged in a few days notice in here. And I'm very happy and I'm also very surprised that we can gather like 41 people in this room in here. Really nice to meet you all here and thank you and also welcome from Vietnam. I want this section is not like one side section. It's only for me, but I want is to interact with you as well. So if you have any question, any concern, you can raise up your voice, or you can simply type in your question in the chat box. Martini and Utami will help me to answer it, or they will transfer to me and I will answer directly. Okay, we can continue. Martini, anytime you want to stop me for any translation, please do, all right?
Yes, sure. Go
Okay.
on.
Okay, so the video we will skip it. First of all, I want to let you know that Imperial International College in here, we're in Vũng Tàu, is actually a part of Ho Chi Minh City. It's around 2 hours from the city center. I think you can imagine that Ho Chi Minh City is like Jakarta in Indonesia, right? But Vũng Tàu is more like Bali. It's on the beach side and it's not on the city center. It's also a tourism destination, quite famous in Vietnam. We are on the top 5 most famous destination in Vietnam here. The weather is very calm and peaceful the whole year. We have the beach as well, and the road is not busy. So it's for me, it's a really good place to live and to learn over there. And then our Imperial Hotel, we have nearly more 400 rooms. And then we have been in business for more than 20 years. We are the first five-star hotel in Vũng Tàu actually. So we also very famous in the Vietnam tourism map in here, and everyone in Vietnam they know about our hotel in here. It's also to prove that we have very strong network in the hospitality industry, and that's also the reason why later when everyone you can put the Imperial Hotel in your CV and everyone know about us, and then it's acknowledged to show that you have been working and studying in the five-star hotel.
Oke, let me translate first. Oke, teman-teman, jadi untuk lokasinya ini ada di Vietnam. Hotelnya ini sekitar 2 jam dari Ho Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh itu seperti Jakarta kalau di Indonesia ya. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya penerbangan itu kan bisa turunnya di Ho Chi Minh sama Hanoi. Nah, ini turunnya di Ho Chi Minh, and then sekitar 2 jam ada suatu kota, ini namanya Vũng Tàu. Vũng Tàu itu kayak Bali, kayak Balinya Indonesia. Nah, kebetulan hotel ini letaknya di pinggir pantai. Kalian bisa lihat yang ada di slide itu adalah hotelnya, langsung depannya itu pantai, seperti di Nusa Dua. Nah, mereka ini sangat terkenal ya di Vietnam, dan bahkan di internasional itu sangat terkenal ketika kalian menyebut hotel ini adalah salah satu destination favorit juga untuk yang berlibur ke Vietnam. Oke, mereka punya sekitar lebih dari 400 room. And then go on Tom.
Thank you. So, to show about us in here, we are not a usual college or other school. Like usually when you imagine about a school or a university, right? You will study inside the classroom. And for example, if you're studying about hospitality, about hotel management, they will have like the mock-up area of the reception of the room and of the restaurant so that you can practice over there. But it's on mock-up and you only can do the role play, right? So one person acting as the customer and one person acting as the service person. But in here, you are studying and working and living in the five-star hotel in here, which means, for example, if you study in the front office, you will go directly to the front office department. You will study from the people from the industry. You will together with the hotel staff to serve to the customer directly. Of course, with our support and supervision, but from that you will gain the real world experience, not just theory compared to any other university or college.
Oke, jadi teman-teman, kalau misalnya sekolah perhotelan lain ataupun training hotel lain, itu biasanya kalian tuh kan ada role play. Kayak misalnya ada suatu ruangan dipisahin gitu ya, kalian di situ belajar dulu role play, siapa yang jadi front office, and then siapa yang jadi tamu. Tapi kalau di Imperial Hotel ini, kalian tuh langsung terjun langsung secara praktek, kalian langsung handle, misalnya kalian tugasnya kali ini di FO gitu ya, kalian langsung datang ke situ, langsung diajarin di situ, langsung dibimbing di tempat di bagian tersebut. Jadi benar-benar bisa merasakan langsung praktek, langsung handling tamu segala macam. Go on Tom.
Yes, and also one fact is during the course we have the physical education class, and during the time you are able to acting as a hotel guest as well. You are able to use the hotel gym, the hotel tennis courts, pickleball, and also the swimming pool at the hotel.
Oke, jadi ada masa-masa di mana kalian tuh juga bisa sebagai tamu hotel. Jadi kalian bisa menikmatin fasilitas yang ada di hotel tersebut. Kalian bisa akses untuk gymnya, pool, lapangan tenisnya, gardennya gitu. Oke, go on.
Thank you. So back to our program in here. Our Imperial International College in here, the program is co-designed with the Niagara University in US in here. And it's also by the highly experienced expert in the industry. It's not just built by any like professor, but we are hiring the expert from the industry to design the program. And also after that, we also got the program accredited by the NCFE UK in here. So after your graduation, you have the certificate from us and from NCFE UK, and it's internationally qualification.
Oke, jadi super bagus banget ya ini ya, karena untuk sistemnya mereka itu didesain oleh Niagara University dari New York, USA. Dan mereka itu nggak cuma sekedar bikin sistemnya, tapi juga meng-hire staff khusus dari sana untuk membuat sistem ini. Dan sehingga itu istilah kata untuk segala macam sistem hotel bintang 5 secara internasional itu mereka menerapkannya di Imperial Hotel dan juga untuk courses ini ya. Jadi sertifikasinya pun seperti yang kalian lihat ini adalah certified dari UK dan bisa digunakan secara internasional. Jadi nanti kalian menerimanya itu sertifikatnya itu tidak hanya dari local Imperial International Hotel College tapi juga certified by NCFE ya, United Kingdom dari UK. Oke, go on Tom.
Yeah. So back to training methodology. There will be 3 stages for you. First is on skill. You will be practice continuously on the job on the demo training area. Then we prepare for you all of the need skill. Then we move on site. So we move you to the empty area of the front office, of the reception, of the banquet area, so that you can do the role play together. Like I mentioned, usually all the university they just stop by this, but for us in here, you will have Thursday, which is go on service together with the hotel staff. You will serve to the customer directly, and so it's also meaning that after the graduation, you can proudly put that you have the experience working in a 5-star hotel already. And we also don't require you to do any extra internship compared to other university, because for us in here, you already have the experience working in the 5-star hotel. And after graduation, you can apply for a job directly, a full-time job.
Oke, jadi perbedaannya seperti yang tadi pernah dibahas di depan. Jadi kalau misalnya kampus lain itu kan mereka apa ya kayak ada role play gitu kan, nggak langsung terjun. Tapi kalau di Imperial Hotel College ini langsung terjun. Jadi ada on skill, on site dan on service di mana kalian langsung handling customer dan kalian langsung praktek. Dan itu sudah terbilang sebagai working experience langsung in 5-star hotel. Nggak ada internship lagi karena memang di sini itu practical learning ya. Jadi langsung terjun. Kalian tuh kayak udah magang gitu ketika kalian lagi kuliah gitu. Oke. Next, Tom.
Thank you. So to sum up in here, what we want you to remember about us is 3 points in here. First, we are international school, and with the NCFE UK qualification is recognized worldwide in here. Secondly, 100% of your time learning with us is in the operating 5-star hotel. So you have the real experience to working with the real hotel staff and to serving real hotel customer. And after graduation here, together with you, we will assist you to get a job, not just any job in any local restaurant. No, we are aiming to get you a job in a 4 and 5-star international hotel and resort.
Oke, jadi seperti yang sudah disampaikan, di sini itu practical learning ya. Jadi 70% langsung praktek. Sisanya 30% tuh ya little bit teori lah. Kalian juga perlu kan belajar secara teori hanya sedikit ya, intinya gitu. Dan 100% coursesnya itu langsung di hotel tersebut, di Imperial Hotel. Jadi langsung praktek. Dan setelah kalian selesai program ini, kalian itu bisa langsung disalurkan untuk bekerja tidak hanya di hotel lokal saja, tapi juga di partner hotel mereka di luar Vietnam, di bintang 5 dan bintang 4 ya untuk perhotelannya. Oke, next Tom.
So, I think for the hotel information, I will stop by that. I want to share more about my choice of career in here, why I choose hospitality, and also why I think it's a good choice for me. So I think here is my 5 reasons to choosing to working in hospitality. So first of all, is traveling. I love travel, and I like. In Vietnam in here, we have the sentence saying that when you're traveling, you are living in a new life, because when you travel to, especially when you travel into a new country, you are meeting with new people, you are speaking a new language in here, and you experience a new culture. This means you're living a new life here. So first of all, the reason I choose to work in hospitality is it gives me a lot of chance to travel.
Jadi
Yeah.
alasan Mr. Tom kenapa mau kerja di bidang perhotelan adalah nomor satu, bisa traveling, bisa melihat dunia yang nggak cuma di negara kita aja, tapi bisa explore kemana aja. Karena sekali lagi bidang hospitality itu sangat luas, kalian bisa kemana aja gitu. Jadi bisa traveling sambil kerja ya. Oke,
And
next.
yeah, secondly, to experience the luxury life, because I am not coming from a very wealthy or like family like that. I'm coming a very standard normal life in here. And when I was young, I was walking by the big and luxury hotel, luxury shop in here, and I really want to experience what they thinking, what they like in here. And when I am working in the hospitality in here, it helped me to have that experience. I have the chance to serving a very famous celebrity, to a very rich people, and give to experience, even sometimes experience a very luxurious service in here. So that give me a lot of new experience I have never imagined I could have.
Oke, alasan kedua tentunya luxury life ya. Bayangin kalian itu akan sering banget, bahkan sepanjang hari mungkin kalian tuh akan kerja di situ. Kalian akan, termasuk kalian berarti kan tinggalnya juga kan di area hotel juga kan. Nah, itu berarti kalian setiap hari akan berhubungan dengan luxury things. Dan Mr. Tom juga pernah surfing untuk ini ya, selebriti terkenal, and then orang-orang yang sangat-sangat kaya gitu. Jadi hal ini tuh tentunya menimbulkan pengalaman tersendiri buat orang-orang yang bekerja di bidang perhotelan, terutama di 5-star hotel gitu. Next, Tom.
Yes, and third one, this industry is really fun. It gives you a lot of experience, fun experience in here. It's not a day-to-day office job, like working in front of the computer. No, it's more like it gives you, because you are organizing the event, you are meeting with people, you have a lot of different activity every day. You meet with different people, so and also with your colleagues here. Every day in the hotel, in the resort, in the hospitality, you see different scenario, and it gives you a lot of motivation to go to work every day.
Oke, next juga karena industri ini sangat menyenangkan ya buat kalian yang memang nggak mau kerja behind the desk atau perkantoran yang membosankan. Karena setiap hari kalian akan berhadapan dengan something baru, sesuatu yang baru, dan kalian akan berhadapan dengan aneka macam orang ya. Bisa dibilang pengalaman kalian tuh bakalan sangat-sangat kaya gitu. Karena kalian secara nggak langsung terjun langsung untuk menghandle clients yang dengan berbeda-beda gitu, dengan berbeda karakter, background, dan ada aja selalu yang baru gitu. Jadi nggak akan pernah bosen gitu. Next, Tom.
Okay, and because the fourth reason is I am people oriented, which means I really care about people. And in hospitality in here, we are dealing with people every day, and it's just matched with my characteristic. And also one more thing I want to clarify is, and some people they think that only when you are extrovert you can work in hospitality, but actually in the real world here, there's a lot of people introvert can work as well. Myself is an introvert person, but as long as we care for the person we are dealing with, we care for the customer, and we open our heart to them, and we care about them, and we can work in the hospitality industry.
Oke, jadi next alasannya adalah karena industri ini akan selalu connect dengan orang ya. Jadi buat yang suka berhubungan dengan orang, kayak kira-kira apa ya, explore new things dari orang gitu, karakter macam-macam masing-masing orang gitu kan, itu bisa enjoy banget di hospitality karena setiap hari akan ketemu orang baru. Dan buat yang introvert pun seperti Mr. Tom juga kan introvert nih, nggak perlu khawatir juga karena dengan maksudnya itu tidak akan menghalangi karir kalian. Justru kalian akan belajar untuk mengembangkan diri kalian juga dengan gimana cara melayani orang, bagaimana cara bersikap, seperti itu kurang lebihnya. Next, Tom.
Okay, and finally is the career growth in here. I'm not sure about any other industry, but in hospitality in here, it's give me a lot of chance to grow my career. It is very usual, normal that you can grow from entry employee into the supervisor within 1 year and become assistant manager within 3 years and become the general of the department manager within 5 years. It's very normal in the industry in here because there are a lot of new hotel opening, a lot of restaurant, a lot of industry need the people, and as long as you can prove yourself, there's a lot of chance for you to grow up your career really really fast.
Oke, dan satu hal yang lagi menarik banget buat hospitality adalah kalian tuh di sini karirnya itu nggak cuma stop sampai di situ. Bahkan hospitality bisa dibilang untuk jenjang karirnya itu sangat-sangat terbuka lebar. Dalam 1 tahun itu sangat memungkinkan kalian untuk naik ke jabatan menjadi supervisor. Dan dalam 3 tahun kalian menjadi manager. Dan dalam sekitar 5 tahun kalian menjadi departemen manager. Kurang lebih seperti itu. Karena industri hospitality ini fast moving ya. Jadi maksudnya perkembangannya sangat pesat, terutama sekarang di Vietnam tuh juga pesat banget gitu. Jadi untuk jenjang karirnya itu sangat-sangat terbuka lebar gitu. Oke, next, Tom.
Thank you. So in here, I will introduce about the program we have in here. First of all, the program, we call it the shortcut in here. We call it the practical diploma. And you will study with us for 16 weeks, around 4 months. And there will be 3 different measures in here that you will study about room division, restaurant and event and hotel business. This diploma is designed to help the people to have the fast track to get the job in the hospitality industry. Maybe you already major in like other industry. For example, if you are major in IT, in marketing already, and you are looking for a job, opportunity to work in the hotel, in the resort, you can take this course in here. It's a fast track for you. It's 100% focus on the practical. So only after 4 months, you know you have the foundation of hospitality and you can already apply to work in the hospitality industry.
Oke, jadi ini program unggulan ya. Salah satunya adalah yang 16 minggu ya, di mana kalian join juga karena program ini kan. Nah, ada tiga coursesnya, itu room division management, restaurant and event management, dan hotel business management, di mana program ini tuh cocok banget buat kalian yang mau segera terjun untuk langsung kerja di bidang hospitality. Walaupun kalian sebelumnya itu nggak punya background di bidang perhotelan, dan kalian tuh nggak ngerti apa-apa nih. Nah, ini karena cocok banget tuh karena apa? Karena kalian langsung terjun, seperti yang tadi sudah diinfokan sebelumnya, praktikal langsung, jadi langsung praktek. Jadi memang benar-benar disiapkan untuk langsung bekerja gitu. Oke, next, Tom.
Thank you. And we have the like the more academic and a little bit longer program. We call it the Advanced Diploma program. You will study with us for 2 years. For this program, it's more suitable to the fresher, for the one who just graduate from high school and looking for a very strong foundation in hospitality. They can study with us and get the advanced diploma up to 2 years. They also, because for this one with the academic program, they can also continue to the university and get the BA degree. This is a more academic program compared to the practical program.
Oke, yang berikutnya ada juga program 2 tahun ya. Ini advanced diploma program di mana ini lebih cocok mungkin buat yang fresh graduate karena ini foundationnya sangat strong, jadi basic dasarnya itu strong, dan buat yang mau melanjutkan studi ke S1 dan bisa memilih ke beberapa negara yang mereka kerjasama itu ya. Nah, ini cocok buat yang baru-baru lulus sekolah seperti itu. Jadi mereka akan punya basic foundation yang sangat-sangat kuat gitu loh untuk melanjutkan ke jenjang berikutnya. Okay, next.
Thank you. So this I want to show the also the bachelor option in here. As I mentioned, after 2 years studying with us, you can also finish the last year in the university in Switzerland, in UK, in Australia, Canada, and US as well.
Oke, jadi ini adalah pathway yang kalau misalnya tadi kalian sebagai fresh graduate, kalian ambil yang 2 tahun program itu, nanti kalian juga bisa lanjut untuk bachelor, bahkan ke master degree-nya di beberapa negara ini ya, seperti Swiss, and then Australia, UK, Kanada, dan juga US. Ada
Yeah,
pathway-nya. Oke, next.
yeah. So as for here, I want to deep down in here, like what position you can working in the hotel when you graduate in here. For example, when you're learning the hotel operation, you're able to work in the front office, in the reservation, in the housekeeping of the hotel. Also, there's a lot of work in the back of the hotel here, with to work at the admin, to work at the human resource or the training department of the hotel. While in the restaurant and event, you can work in the hotel restaurant or you can work the independent restaurant outside. In the convention center, you can become event planner, F&B plan, F&B admin. There's a lot of option for you to work after your graduation. And we will together with you, when you graduate, we together with you sit down and to see like which career track is suitable for you, and then we help you to look for the suitable job.
Oke, jadi untuk peluang karirnya itu ada 3 ini ya. Jadi untuk Hotel Operation Management itu bisa kerja di front office-nya, bidang-bidangnya ya, posisinya di bagian reservation, housekeeping, human resource. Ini untuk back office-nya, sorry ya, human resource, and then admin, and then training, and then next juga ada di restaurant and events management. Next, Tom.
Yeah.
Untuk di sini di F&B-nya ya tadi ya. Lalu juga yang di hotel business management tuh lebih ke managerial things-nya, lebih ke office-nya. Oke, go on, Tom.
Okay, maybe we can check if there's any question from the audience, if they have any question already, and we can answer them.
Oh, no, the question is last. So
Okay,
we finish first this.
okay. And then I want to like to sharing one more thing. Traditionally, when you think about hospitality, you think of the hotel and restaurant, right? And before I just mentioned that, but actually nowadays, when you are studying hospitality, you have a lot of like option to work in many different places. At showing here, you can work in the airline. You can become, of course, you need some extra special training to become the air crew, or you can be working at the on the ground at the airport, or you can work in the cruise. You can work in the retail, in the spa, and there are plenty of different options for you to work to, not just only in the hotel and resort in here. Yeah, maybe you can translate this first.
Oke, jadi bidang hospitality ini sangat luas ya teman-teman. Seperti yang kalian lihat di slide, itu kalian tuh nggak cuma bisa bekerja di hotel aja, bahkan kalian bisa kerja di event, jadi kayak EO nih, and then conference, and then theme park, penerbangan, cruise ya, buat yang pengen ngejar karir di cruise nih bisa banget ya. Minimal kan syaratnya 6 bulan tuh kerja atau magang di bintang 5, ya kan, di hotel bintang 5. And then bisa juga di spa yang luxury itu, and then di luxury retail juga bisa. Jadi luas banget, nggak cuma hanya di lingkup hotel. Oke, next Tom.
Okay, so to sum up in here, like you can remember hospitality is like the people service industry. So as long as the job, as long as the place you want to work, have people, have the job with enrolling to dealing with people to give the service to people, and you can work over there. So the option for you is unlimited. That's what I want to see in here, and depend on your skill, depend on your characteristic. Together, we find out where is the best place for you to start your career after graduation.
Oke, jadi karena bidang hospitality sangat luas, nanti tentunya juga disesuaikan dengan skill kalian, dengan karakter kalian juga lebih cocoknya di mana. Nanti mereka juga akan membantu, kira-kira nanti kalian akan dibantu disalurkan di mana, sesuai dengan skill dan karakter kalian, performance kalian. Jadi penting kalian fokus saat mengikuti program ini ya, supaya kalian juga mendapatkan feedbacknya oke juga, dan lebih mudah juga untuk lebih potensi kerjanya itu ke jenjang yang lebih oke, hotelnya lebih oke, sesuai impian kalian tuh lebih memungkinkan gitu. Oke, next Tom.
Yeah, that is the end of
Oh,
my presentation today.
oke, jadi itu aja.
Yeah,
Mungkin maybe we can start with the questions. I see some
yeah,
questions
please.
here. Okay, next. Okay. From Taurians, is there possibility any recruitment for training or else? Oh, jadi so let me answer this for them. Jadi ini adalah gimana ya menjelaskannya ya. Jadi kalian bisa dibilang kuliah, tapi bisa dibilang juga short course, bisa dibilang kalian juga langsung pelatihan gitu loh. Jadi bukan perekrutan untuk training atau lainnya. Justru kalian dengan mengikuti program ini, kalian tuh sudah langsung ikut practical learning-nya. Nanti setelah program ini selesai, kalian bisa langsung kerja. Nah, jadi ini sudah meliputi semua ya. Jadi bukan perekrutan untuk training atau lainnya gitu. Jadi selama 16 minggu ini kalian tuh akan mengikuti program ini full program ini selama 16 minggu, di mana kalian akan belajar secara langsung seperti yang tadi udah diceritakan. Kalian akan langsung terjun di dalamnya dan kalian akan merasakan benar-benar kayak udah kerja gitu loh. Oke. Ya, seru banget staycation terus ya. Oke. Apakah ini program college-nya harus di Vietnam? Apakah ada cabangnya di Aussie? Oke, the program first kalian itu memang harus di Vietnam dulu. Karena kenapa? Karena mereka yang punya programnya. Mereka adalah hotel yang punya college-nya ini. Jadi memang 16 minggu itu kalian stay di sana gitu. Nanti setelah itu kalau misalnya kalian mau disalurkan untuk ke luar negeri, ya kemana gitu sesuai yang mereka punya partner hotel. Nah, kalian bisa request gitu. Nanti mereka juga akan melihat, nge-review dulu. Tentunya based on your skill juga ya. Kalau misalnya performance kalian bagus apa enggaknya, lalu skillnya kira-kira cocoknya ditempatkan di yang mana gitu. Karena sekali lagi, memang untuk pekerjaan mereka akan carikan, tapi juga based on skill kalian dan performance kalian tentunya. Dan kalian juga bisa kerja di Imperial Hotel juga atau di resort-resort lain di bintang 5 yang ada di Vietnam gitu. Okay. There is a question like, should I have like ideal body? Of course, no, right? What do you think, Tom? There is a question
I'm
about like
sorry.
physical. There is a question like about physical things like requirements for the height and weight like that. Is there any?
For the age or for the appearance or anything?
For the
Right. Okay. Let me share my real experience because I can share this frankly with you. I was the hotel manager for 12 years. So, like before, even when back in my time, I imagined that the people working in the industry had to be perfect. Like you look at that matinee, are you looking at the airline hostess, right? They need to be perfect. However, now everything is changing because we don't require the model to working in the hospitality. What we care and the customer care is the people can do the good service. So as long as you can have, it's more important of more on your working skill, on your communication skill, and your care from you to the customer compared to any appearance or the age in here. You can see that right even now, like in Starbucks, they are starting to recruit like a little bit like more elderly, even like 40 or 50 years old. You can easily get a job in the brand hotel, brand restaurant in here because right now we care very little about the appearance, about the age, but when we recruit the people, we care if that person is really suitable to hospitality industry or not. That's from my real experience. Ya.
Oke, wah ini menarik banget ya. Jadi kalian nggak usah minder tuh, yang usianya udah lanjut, and then yang merasa nggak good looking. Nah sekarang nggak begitu modelnya. Kalau dulu mungkin iya, terutama mungkin untuk airline sih iya ya. Tapi kalau untuk hotel, hospitality sekarang mereka nggak melihat itu. Mereka lebih ngelihat skill kalian. Gimana kalian bisa service the clients, the customers with your heart gitu, dengan tentunya dengan hati ya, melayani dengan sepenuh hati. Nah, itu akan lebih dilihat oleh mereka. Jadi pertanyaan kalau misalnya harus punya badan tinggi sekian sekian sekian, itu mungkin hanya ada di Indonesia ya guys. Nah, lalu lalu untuk usia juga nggak ada batasan usia. Sekarang bahkan di sana pun banyak yang usianya sekitar 40 bahkan 50 asal mereka masih punya apa ya? Punya passion untuk melayanin ya, karena hospitality is all about service gitu. Jadi semua bisa apply asalkan kalian punya hal tersebut, mau belajar dan tekun gitu ya. Oke,
Oh,
next.
they can just imagine, right? If they are as the customer, they prefer who is like really perfect from outside but do not know how to do the service, or they just need the people who really care for them. So that is they can see it already from the customer perspective point of view.
Ya, jadi kalian bisa lihat kalau misalnya kalian tuh sebagai customer, sorry, ya kalian sebagai customer, kalian tuh pengen dilayanin oleh misalnya nih, wah mbak-mbaknya di hotel ini cantik-cantik gitu atau ganteng-ganteng mas-masnya gitu ya. Lalu tapi mereka nggak bisa melayanin kalian dengan baik, misalnya jutek ketus kayak gitu-gitu ya. Atau kalian pilih yang tampangnya biasa-biasa aja gitu, mungkin nggak menarik gitu, tapi mereka tuh melayani dengan sepenuh hati. Mereka benar-benar care dengan kalian, memberikan best service gitu. Nah kalian sebagai customer pilih yang mana? Gitu aja.
But on the other hand, like appearance outside, professional is required. So when you starting to study with us, we also provide to you to guide you how to have professional look, how to tie your hair, how to pull to have a really nice uniform to take care of you yourself here. So basically, you will have the better version of yourself and to have the professional version of yourself when dealing with people.
Oke, jadi tidak menarik tapi bukan berarti awut-awutan ya guys ya. Jadi nggak masalahnya kalian tuh di bidang perhotelan kan kalian lihat tuh, apalagi hotel bintang 4, bintang 5. Kalau ketika kalian masuk kan udah pasti semuanya serba rapi kan, serba oke. Walaupun mereka nggak good looking, tapi mereka tuh enak aja dilihat, mereka rapi. Nah di sana kalian akan diajarin juga gimana kalian caranya merawat diri supaya terlihat oke, terlihat profesional gitu. Karena yang sekali lagi yang dijual adalah service ya. Jadi kalian walaupun nggak good looking, tapi kalian tuh at least nggak bikin mata sakit mungkin misalnya gitu ya. Yang rambutnya harus di apa rapiin, yang cowok juga nggak yang gondrong gimana-gimana gitu. Nah nanti itu akan di guide semuanya. Jangan khawatir, oke? Okay? Oke, okay, next. Is there any age consideration? Oke, okay, no. Sekali lagi no ya. No age limits ya. And then I do not have a formal background in hospitality. Would it be a concern for this program? No. So anyone can apply. Because there is a interview for that ya. Nanti akan ada sesi interview di mana kalian tuh akan ditanya. Tapi interviewnya nggak susah kok. Di sini ada yang udah pernah interview sama Mr. Tom and admission team ya. Nah, mungkin boleh di-spill Kak Rinto. Kak Rinto boleh spill gimana sesi interviewnya. Tom, I'm asking Rinto about the impression for the interview with your team, so that the audience here can feel, I mean, like can have a description about the interview, what look like.
Okay, good night, Mr. Tom, and thank you, Mr. Martini, for having me for introduce and myself atau perkenalkan, nama saya Rinto. Di sini saya berasal dari Jakarta, bertinggal sekarang di Jakarta dan ingin berkarir di college atau juga di internasional Imperial ini. Jadi kemarin aku udah mengikuti beberapa rangkaiannya dari Desember sampai dengan Januari ini, dan akhirnya aku udah menerima LOA atau juga learning officer-nya. Dan untuk tahapnya sih sebenarnya gampang karena memang mereka lagi lead untuk Indonesia, lebih tepatnya karena di Indonesia sendiri mereka belum ada untuk siswanya, jadi mereka untuk mempermudah siswanya untuk masuk ke dalam school ini. Jadi untuk interviewnya simple dan nggak terlalu panjang kali lebar karena memang ini nggak formal banget kayak kerjaan, tapi lebih ke school atau juga kerjaannya. Maaf, untuk belajarnya kayak gitu. Setelah tahap nanti interview, nanti akan ada tes placement English itu, dan itu gampang banget sebenarnya, enggak kayak bentuk ujiannya seperti TOEFL, tapi nggak kayak TOEFL, tapi intinya kayak TOEFL, tapi mereka punya sistem ujiannya sendiri, jadi nanti akan diawasi juga untuk tes Inggrisnya. Tapi so far itu gampang banget dan kayak pelajaran kita waktu sekolah sih. Jadi so far untuk perekrutan untuk bisa masuk ke School Imperial ini itu gampang banget. Thank you, Mr. Martini. Thank you, Mr.
Oke, thank you Rinto. Jadi
Okay, I want to
gimana?
add on something in here. So I believe that you already share her from Rinto experience. For the interview and the English payment, we do not require like the high academic or have any background like check from you in here. What we are looking for is someone who really interested in the program in here, who really care about people, who really want to learn about hospitality. And then we will, and from that we will let you come to join our program, and then we will together with you to make a better version of yourself in here. So in short, we don't require you to be like perfect in the beginning, but together we'll make you become a better version of yourself. Similarly to English, even though our program will be in English, but we do not require like high level of academic English like university in here. In hospitality, like me and you, we are talking as long as we can understand each other, as long as we can communicate, and we communicate from the heart in here, not from the language.
Oke. Jadi bahasa Inggris untuk tesnya gampang ya, tenang ya. Terus untuk interviewnya juga nanti dari aku juga mendampingin, jadi nanti kalian nggak perlu khawatir untuk hal tersebut. Kita bisa kasih kisi-kisinya dulu juga, apa yang mau ditanyain kira-kira gitu. Seperti yang tadi Kak Linto bilang, nah itu nggak usah khawatir pokoknya ya. And then next question is gonna be about like, can you spill about the cost for the 16 weeks programs? Tom, can you answer for this?
They are asking about the cost of the program, right?
The 16 weeks programs, the
The
cost.
16 weeks of the program will be around $2,200 US. Then
Yeah.
there will be like but that fee already include all of the material, learning material. It include already the hotel uniform, and it include all of the practical needs for the cost already. So in short, you don't need to pay anything extra beside the cost of living in Vietnam. And for the cost of living in Vietnam, roughly around 250 to 300 US dollar. You can live quite comfortably in Vũng Tàu in here. We also provide the dormitory for the student who need this, so you don't need to rent the house for outside. You can stay in our dormitory. The 300 US dollar already include dormitory as well.
Oke, jadi untuk biayanya itu 2.200 USD atau sekitar 37 jutaan untuk program 4 bulan ini atau 16 minggu ya. Program itu biaya segitu itu udah include semua termasuk seragam, materialnya. Kecuali visa ya. Tapi visa itu murah, hanya $250 aja. Nah, sekitar segitu. Dan itu nanti diuruskan oleh sekolah, oleh hotel, sponsor by hotel. Nggak perlu rekening koran ya, nggak perlu rekening koran. Jadi mereka yang akan nguruskan gitu. Dan keluar visanya sekitar semingguan aja. Jadi cepat, relatif mudah sekali. Nah, untuk biaya hidup di Vũng Tau itu sangat-sangat terjangkau banget ya. Jadi 1 bulan tuh hanya sekitar 200-an USD atau sekitar 3,5 jutaan ya, sampai 4 jutaan aja. Itu sudah termasuk dorm, sudah termasuk transport, makan, and groceries kayak gitu-gitu lainnya. Nah, lebih murah di sana biaya hidupnya daripada di Jakarta, honestly ya. Jadi yang 2.200 USD itu hanya untuk biaya programnya, gitu ya teman-teman. Akomodasinya sendiri selama 16 minggu. Setelah itu baru kalian bisa full timer kerja. Untuk dormnya, itu dormnya ada di lokasi yang sama, dekat hotel juga gitu. Dan itu tadi biaya segitu udah termasuk tempat tinggal ya, dan lain-lain. Minimal
Okay,
usia
and
19.
one more thing is because sorry,
Hmm.
I want
It's okay.
just to want to mention that because Vũng Tàu is also a tourism city, right? So a lot of people over there we speak English as well, and in Vietnam we are trying to speak English to you as much as possible. We don't have any problem in trying to speaking English to you, so don't worry too much about the language barrier when you're in Vũng Tàu. We are
Oke,
very welcome.
ya. Jadi bahasa Inggris di Vung Tau itu bukan hal yang asing ya, karena adalah mereka tuh lokasinya lokasi turis kayak di Bali gitu loh. Jadi memang mereka udah terbiasa pakai bahasa Inggris. Jadi kalian nggak usah takut sama language barrier ya. Nggak wajib bisa bahasa Vietnam gitu ya. Tapi kalau misalnya kalian mau belajar ya, it's gonna be better gitu ya. And then minimal usia 19 bisa bisa. Okay, Tom, there is a question like if they are a Muslim, women usually they using wearing a veil or scarf. Can they wear that when they are working in or attending this program?
Yeah, they can. We have no problem with that.
Oke, jadi boleh ya yang memakai hijab
I
gitu.
will say that it's not common to see that in Vietnam. However, we do really we in Vietnam we are very open to religion to the nationality. We don't have any discrimination. That I can guarantee.
Oke, jadi nggak ada discrimination untuk religion, untuk semuanya ya. Jadi boleh kalau misalnya pakai hijab, boleh tetap dipakai ya. Walaupun mungkin di sana jarang ditemuin, tapi itu nggak masalah gitu. Bisa
Actually, on the opposite, actually, because some of the people they don't know much about your culture, about Indonesian, about the Muslim in here. So also be confident to share with us. We are maybe we have a lot of curiosity, but we don't dare to ask you. So also, but we really want to learn about it. So be confident and also share with us your culture, your belief as well. And in return, you may have the experience to learning about our culture because when you learning you as I mentioned when you going to the new country you speaking the new language you experience the new culture as well, so try to be open to each other and exchange the knowledge and your belief.
Oke, jadi karena mungkin mereka tidak terlalu banyak tentang culture kita, termasuk dalam hal mungkin religion things gitu ya. Jadi nggak apa-apa, kalian open aja, saling share, karena mereka juga suka untuk belajar atau mendengarkan. Jadi nggak usah malu atau sungkan gimana. Jadi kalian bisa kayak exchange culture gitu. Kalian juga bisa mempelajari culture Vietnam dan begitu juga sebaliknya gitu ya. Mereka open kok. Mereka tuh sangat welcome banget ya. Karena tourism mereka tuh sekarang secara internasional, secara global tuh benar-benar sangat oke, lagi booming banget mereka itu. Oke,
And
living cost.
actually, we just have the first Indonesian studying with us already. So he's onboarding on the February. He actually half French, half Indonesia. So you will have someone who's speaking Indonesia at least in here, and Rinto and Sherry will be there as well. So you will have someone to together with you in the first time, but also don't just stay in the comfort zone like that. Be open and be make friends with other people as well. Don't just stay in the Indonesian community.
Ya, mereka juga ada murid Indonesian, walaupun nggak purely Indonesian ya, karena setengahnya itu adalah keturunan Prancis. Tapi dia bisa bahasa Indonesia dengan baik. Dan kebetulan nanti juga akan ada Rinto untuk April intake ini. Fastest intake-nya di April ya. Nah, jadi jangan khawatir, nanti juga akan ada Indonesian student yang lain. Jadi tapi jangan cuma bergaul dengan Indonesian. Kalian mesti harus belajar untuk welcome dengan aneka people dari berbagai tempat gitu loh, supaya kalian bisa explore, bisa berkembang, nggak stay in the comfort zone. Okay. And then next, which countries and hotel partners are currently most active in hiring, and what career progression have past graduates experienced?
Sorry, can you say one more time?
Which countries and hotel partners are currently most active in hiring, and what career progression have past graduates experienced?
So, for us in here, we are networking with the hotel brands, not just to a hotel. For example, we are network with Hyatt, with Accor, and with Meliá, right? So you all will have we will help you to connect to the Meliá, to the Hyatt hotel in Vietnam and also international. It also will depend on your reference where you would like to go to work after, and then together with you, we will connect you and like help you to get the job over there. Of course, again, it depends on your quality, your skill, and we will help you to prepare for that.
Oke, jadi mereka nggak cuma terbatas di country ya, tapi mereka itu lingkupnya lebih ke brand. Kayak Hyatt, Melia, Hilton, kayak gitu ya. Rosewood, Wyndham gitu. Jadi mereka itu brand. Jadi brand itu kan di tiap negara ada. Jadi nanti tergantung kalian mau disalurkan, dibantu penyalurannya kemana. Tapi sekali lagi, perform kalian juga harus bagus gitu. Supaya mereka juga bisa memberikan best reference untuk kalian ke hotel-hotel tersebut gitu. And then next living cost ada ya tadi ya sudah ya sekitar kalau sebulan itu di sana sekitar 200 sampai 300 USD atau sekitar 3,5 juta sampai 4 jutaan. Itu udah termasuk semuanya, termasuk tempat tinggal, termasuk makan, transport, groceries gitu ya. Tempat tinggalnya kalau mau di dorm itu deket dengan hotel, masih deket banget dengan hotel, lokasi di situ itu bisa, atau kalian misalnya mau dicarikan ke residen yang lain seperti apartemen yang lain atau apa juga bisa. Program yang 4 bulan startnya April ini, oke. And then setelah 4 bulan apa bisa kemungkinan kerja di hotel tersebut? Oke. After 4 months of program, do they have possibility to work in your hotel?
Yes and no. It's also we Imperial Hotel. We also need a lot of people in here. We do the recruitment a lot of in here. But however, we don't want you to limit to just to Imperial in here. We want to send you up to other international hotel as well. So we want you to be open and to have to be ready to any opportunity open for you in Imperial, in other brand hotel in Vietnam and also in other country.
Oke, jadi ini program ini tuh bagus banget karena Imperial Hotel tuh nggak cuma pengen kalian tuh stay di situ. Justru mereka lebih oke kalau misalnya lebih senang ya kalau misalnya kalian tuh bisa bekerja di tempat lain gitu. Misalnya disalurkan ke luar negeri gitu, keluar Vietnam itu oke banget. Mereka lebih oke, mereka lebih senang gitu loh. Tapi kalau misalnya pilihan kalian finally untuk kerja bersama Imperial, mereka juga welcome gitu ya. Jadi nanti
Yeah,
tergantung.
therefore, I mentioned that one of the reasons I love hospitality is I have the chance to travel. I share with you one experience. Like at that time I was living in Dalat. It's a like high mountain area of Vietnam here. It was really nice. But then I have the interview with the of the Novotel in Da Nang, the 5-star hotel. They offer me the front office manager position. It's really good position over there, and they require me to be on board on the next Monday. And I say yes. So from Friday, I do the interview. And Saturday, I prepare my luggage. On the Sunday, I take the flight to Da Nang, and on Monday, I get on board to the new hotel in here. So that is how hospitality works. We really open to welcome people from other country or the city to join to work in our hotel. But you need to be ready for any change that open.
Oke, jadi di Vietnam pun sekarang lagi banyak dibuka resort-resort dan hotel bagus ya. Apalagi untuk turismenya di sana kan terkenal tuh di Da Nang, and then Sapa gitu kan. Mereka tuh banyak buka. Jadi mereka pun sangat membutuhkan orang-orang seperti kalian nantinya. Nah, itu nanti tergantung pilihan kalian mau berkarir dulu misalnya di situ atau di Imperial Hotel atau langsung pilih keluar gitu ya. Nah, tergantung juga nanti dari perform kalian, segimana kalian bisa mendapatkan good reference gitu. And then next, speaking about the salary, somebody asked about how much is the average for the salary after finishing the program. So for entry level, this one.
They asking about Vietnam, right? Or like
Yes,
other
yeah. Of course, Vietnam, because I think if other countries, it will depend on the minimum wage there.
Yeah, I can share with you from Vietnam as well. So, first of all, just want to be clear that for hospitality industry, especially when you're working in the hotel, you have two types of income. One is your salary, and secondly, we call it the service charge. It's like tipping. So, for average, like entry level of the 4 and 5 star hotel in Vietnam, you will have the average salary of around $450 in here, and then you will get extra of the service charge around 150. That is in the city center. The salary and the service charge can be a little bit around 20% higher if you are willing to work in the more new area, more rural area like Phu Quoc, like on the island like that, but the income is much higher. How that is the entry level. And I mentioned with you that for hospitality industry, if you're working well, the door is open, because we are not aiming for you to become the waiter, waitress, and the front office attendant. We are prepare for you to become manager. So we need to aim that after 1 year you become the supervisor, and then from supervisor the salary can be already around 50% higher than the entry level, and then to the manager level, the income of the manager can be like 3 times compared to the entry level in here. So what I want to say is, entry level, yes, we will have that is the starting point for you, but with this foundation, with the program in here, we prepare for you to become a manager, not just the entry level staff.
Oke, jadi salary-nya itu kalau di hotel ada nggak cuma salary utama ya, tapi ada tipping segala macam ya. Itu kurang lebih kalau entry level di Vietnam sendiri itu kurang lebih sekitar 500 sampai $600. Ya, terus habis itu untuk entry level ya, karena setelah itu kan kalian dalam setahun tuh kalian bisa jadi supervisor gitu. Nah, untuk di Imperial Hotel sendiri, tujuan mereka itu menjadikan kalian nggak cuma hanya sekedar waiter, housekeeping, dan front office, tapi pengennya kalian tuh punya jenjang karir yang jauh lebih dari itu. Karena untuk supervisor, kalian bisa mendapatkan kenaikan gaji 50% daripada entry level dalam 1 tahun. And then next, kalian menjadi manager itu bisa 3 kali atau 4 kali lipatnya lagi gitu. Jadi jenjang karirnya pun lebih jelas, dan itu juga bisa diperoleh dalam, let's say mungkin dalam kalian 3 tahun kerja itu, kalau kalian performanya bagus tuh pasti membuahkan hasil yang oke, karena jenjang karirnya itu jelas di hotel bintang 4 atau bintang 5 gitu. Itu untuk di Vietnam ya. Kalau misalnya untuk di luar itu tergantung dari masing-masing negaranya. Perhaps Tom, can you share your students that already graduated and got hired in UK? The salary or the experience, yeah.
Yes, we have the students studying with us, and then she move on she continue the BA degree. So 2 years study with Imperial, and then she spent 1 more year in UK in Leeds Brackett University, and she get the BA degree over there. After that, she got the job, and she has been working in UK for 2 years. To be honest, I did not know exactly how much she earned, but she telling me that after 2 years in UK, she had the return on investment like 100%, pay off all of the tuition fees she spent in 3 years. Right now, she's in US. She is joining the J1 program in US in the fall season, and now she's happy. After that, even right now, she's still in US, but she already got the very good job offer when she come back to Vietnam and become the assistant manager.
Oke, jadi ada studentnya mereka yang finish, kebetulan ambil yang 2 tahun di Vietnam, and then 1 tahun ambil bachelor di UK, dan langsung dapat kerja di UK selama 2 tahun, and then lanjut J1 di US, gitu ya. Jadi ada pathway karirnya. And then next, is the certificate that we get after finishing the program can be used to get a sponsored visa. Sponsored working visa in Australia, with the help of the link of the hotel from Imperial.
You mean the 4 month program or the 2 years
Yeah,
program?
the
So,
first, yes.
okay, so to be clear, the 4 month program in here, after graduation, what you will have is the practical diploma is showing that you have the foundation of hospitality in the 5-star hotel. For Imperial Hotel in here, we can also give you the certificate that you have the working experience in the Imperial Hotel 5-star. For that, it will help you to apply for a job in Australia. Of course, you need to get the job over there and get the sponsorship in Australia in order to get the visa over there. It's really depend on you and how you can get the job over there. For us, we preparing the best for you.
Oke, jadi mereka bisa bantu untuk referensiin kalian, tapi sekali lagi itu semua tergantung dari performa kalian juga. Maksudnya kalau misalnya kalian performanya bagus, skillnya bagus, otomatis kalian juga bisa lebih besar peluangnya untuk bisa direferensiin ke Australia atau ke negara lain gitu ya. Nah, kalau misalnya makanya aku bilang ini back to personality kalian juga. Kalau misalnya kalian good perform di situ, and then kalian punya skill yang oke juga, nah itu peluangnya sangat besar buat kalian bisa disalurkan ke partner hotel mereka di luar Vietnam gitu ya.
For
And
us,
then,
we have the alumni. She studied with us for 2 years, the advanced diploma program, and then she transferred to Australia. She finished the BA degree in the 3rd year, and then the master degree in the 4th year in here. After that, she's staying in she got the postgraduate visa, and she's staying in there for 2 years. So right now, she's applying for the PR resident. Yeah, so
oh,
it's really it depends on you. The door is open over there. But I would say that if you would like for a longer term for the resident or for the higher academic in here, we would suggest you to go for the 2 years program. But for the 4 month program in here, it's more like the fast track for you to get the job in like the instant job only.
oke. Jadi untuk program yang 4 bulan itu lebih ke praktikal di mana langsung dipersiapkan untuk kerja. Nah, mengenai misalnya kalian bisa diterima di luar negeri, misalnya di luar Vietnam, itu sekali lagi back to nanti kalian perform di sananya bagaimana. Kalian kan nanti kan akan dapat reference letter juga, recommendation dari Imperial Hotel gitu. Gimana-gimananya. Lalu mereka akan mencoba untuk mencarikan pekerjaan juga di mana yang misalnya kalian inginkan atau yang kira-kira cocok gitu. Andai kata misalnya sampai oke, belum bisa diterima di sana mungkin karena kita kurang pengalaman atau skill kita belum meet the requirement sama mereka gitu ya, misalnya karena hotel yang kita mau nih misalnya terlalu high qualified gitu ya. Nah, kita bisa ambil dulu pekerjaan di Vietnam gitu. Kalau di Vietnam itu guaranteed kalian dapat gitu loh. Misalnya kalian oke, menempuh dulu setidaknya 6 bulan atau 1 tahun, kalian and then sudah dapat gelar sebagai supervisor. Nah, dari situ kalian akan lebih oke, akan lebih berpeluang untuk dilempar ke tempat lain kayak gitu ya. Jadi sekali lagi tergantung dari skill dan performance kalian.
Mungkin
Kalau
aku
misalnya
nambahin
kalian
dikit kali ya.
boleh.
Jadi Imperial ini punya, you have student center, right? It's like a career center in your school that assists student post study. Do you have that?
In Vietnam, right?
Yeah, in Vietnam.
Yeah. Like I mentioned in here, after graduation or even before graduation, we already together with the student to help them, to connect them, to look for a job in a 4 and 5-star hotel. And then when they got the job, the hotel will be the one who sponsor the working visa for them in Vietnam in here.
Vietnam, okay.
Yeah.
How about outside Vietnam? Do you still assist that?
It's also depend on on each country. For example, if they want to work in Singapore, right, we can together with them to help them to apply for a job over there. And then when they get a job in Singapore, then the hotel and resort on or the restaurant over there, they need to be the one who sponsor the visa for the student.
Okay.
So we are the one who get them to get a job. But for the visa, it need to depend on the sponsorship.
Okay, let me translate ya. Oke teman-teman, and make the conclusion. Oke teman-teman, jadi setiap sekolah itu sebenarnya punya namanya career center. Kalau misalnya penempatannya di Vietnam, karena mereka juga ada post study, pendampingan post study, dan ini bagus banget. Gak semua kampus menawarkan ini. Itu bahkan sebelum kalian lulus, kalian tuh udah dibantu, ditawarin kalian mau ditempatkan di mana, di mana, di mana, di mana. Kalau kalian maunya ditempatkan di luar Vietnam, itu akan tergantung sekali dengan si employer-nya. Apakah mau hire kalian, apakah sesuai dengan profile kalian, apakah visanya juga ada. Jadi kayak tadi tuh, bisa nggak nanti disalurin ke Australia? Aku langsung bilang nggak bisa. Kalau misalnya kalian cuma tamatan, baru tamat, nggak punya kemampuan, terus kalian mau langsung kerja di Australia, nggak bisa. Kenapa? Karena visanya nggak ada. Visa Australia itu menuntut harus ada pengalaman kerja. Kalau kalian hanya study baru fresh grad pasti nggak bisa ya. Jadi balik lagi ini adalah stepping stone. Ambil karena ini bagus banget. Oke, back to you Martini.
Okay, thank you, Tami. And then there is a question about how long is the duration for study in a day or even in a week? Perhaps Tom, can you explain the study
Okay,
system?
so for because so for the hour when you if you study in the classroom in the theory class maximum 8 hours per day, and if you're on the practical, which means you go to work in the front office in the restaurant in here, it will be maximum 6 hours a day. Because it's the student benefit in Vietnam here, we don't allow the student to work more than 6 hours for one day. And but also in one thing here, because we are working in the hotel, so whenever you have the practical, you go to work, it will follow the hotel schedule. For example, the morning shift of the reception, they will start at 6 a.m. So at that time, you will need to present at the receptionist here. You are not a student anymore. You will be the same time at the real hotel staff. Similarly, if the hotel have the event, have the wedding in the evening, you will also follow the schedule of the hotel staff, and you can work around. You can start the shift around 5 p.m. and finish at around 11 p.m. It will follow the hotel schedule on the practical class.
Oke, jadi untuk kelas teorinya itu 1 hari 8 jam. Tapi kalau untuk praktikalnya itu di sana ada peraturan. Kalau misalnya kalian under studi visa ya itu nggak boleh lebih dari 6 jam sehari. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian pas lagi praktek nih, kalian jadi FO atau jadi petugas F1B gitu-gitu ya. Nah itu durasinya 6 jam untuk praktek gitu ya, langsung praktek itu di situ. Kalian jadi langsung staffnya di situ. Begitu juga kalau misalnya ada event, biasanya weekend tuh mereka selalu ada event karena hotel ini sangat ramai. Jadi event wedding ataupun acara ulang tahun dan lain-lain. Nah itu kalian juga menyesuaikan schedule-nya. Misalnya pas kalian dapat shift yang Sabtu ini nih atau Minggu ini gitu ya, mulai acaranya jam sore nih jam 5. Kalian jam 5 sampai jam 11 malam gitu shiftnya itu praktikalnya. Dan di sini sebagai tambahan, kalau misalnya hotel kekurangan staff untuk acara-acara event-event ini ya, kalian akan direkrut oleh mereka dan mereka ada semacam uang saku untuk dibayarkan ke kalian ketika kalian direkrut untuk tambahan staff gitu ya, untuk ada event-event khusus gitu. Jadi mereka lebih pilih merekrut langsung studentnya dibanding orang luar gitu ya.
So, in short, when you are in the practical class or when you are working here, you are a hotel staff already. You are one of our imperial representative. So you are not a student anymore. One fun fact is a lot of customer when they're visiting the imperial, they do not see the difference between the student and the hotel staff. They don't know it because we are wearing the same uniform. We are doing the same service. And actually, a lot of compliment for the hotel on TripAdvisor is actually coming from the hotel student.
Oke, jadi karena ini lebih ke praktek, jadi kalian tuh udah kayak staff di Imperial Hotel, jadi bahkan para tamu itu nggak bisa bedain kalian itu anak magang atau mungkin student di situ atau beneran staffnya gitu. Jadi karena kalian bener-bener langsung praktek di situ ya. And then,
And it's also one of the reasons that we are very confident that when you are getting the job in the real world in other hotel, you are ready because there will be no other culture shock, right? You are getting used to the real experience. You know how to when to wake up. You don't be late. You are not a student anymore. You already the hotel staff with experience. And also back to the appearance as well. You are familiar how to do your hair, how to wear your suit in here, and you already have the appearance and the attitude of the hotelier.
okay. And then about this question, like for working outside in Vietnam, how much is the cost that I need to pay and mostly go to which country? Oke, jadi teman-teman, tidak ada biaya yang harus kalian keluarkan kalau misalnya kalian mau dibantu penyalurannya untuk ke negara lain selain Vietnam. Karena kalian tuh dari waktu kalian belajar itu kalian sudah misalnya kalian sudah dipersiapkan untuk kalian nanti mau kemana gitu. Sekali lagi kalau misalnya di luar Vietnam, mungkin kayak ke Singapura yang seperti tadi Mr. Tom bilang ataupun ke negara lain gitu. Sekali lagi based seperti yang Sis Utami bilang juga ya, based on peraturan dari negara tersebut, lalu juga based on performance kalian juga. Mungkin kalau misalnya kalian sudah punya pengalaman internasional sebelum ini dan kalian butuhkan sertifikasi di sini, dan kalian berikutnya mau apply ke suatu negara lain, nah itu akan menjadi suatu nilai plus tersendiri juga dibandingkan dengan kalian yang nggak ada background apa-apa di bidang hospitality. Mungkin kalian harus taking working experience dulu di Imperial atau di hotel atau resort di Vietnam dulu gitu untuk mendapatkan reference tersebut gitu ya.
I see a lot of people like concerned about the job placement and it's
Yes.
usually it's really nice, right?
Ya,
But then so the program in here, the unique selling point is able you to have the certificate and to prove that you already have the working experience in a five-star hotel. It make you different compared to any other candidate outside here because other candidate either they have zero working experience, they only study in the classroom or they only work in the local restaurant or they only work in a small hotel in here. But for you, you already proving to them that you have the working experience in a five-star hotel internationally. But also don't just stop on that because we want to always to be the better version of yourself, right? So I can sharing the tip that you also need to study non-stop in here. Maybe language is also another advantage. If you want to work in Korea, you need to learn the Korean language as well. If you want to work in China, in Japan, similarly, you can improve the language of yourself. Because right now, English is very common. Everyone need to know English already. And if you're just saying that, okay, I know for myself, even if I only say that I know English and Vietnamese only, I am no different compared to any other people. So for me, I try to study French and Japanese as well. If not, no need to be very advanced, just a little word or just immediate intermediate level only, so that I can show that I can be different. For me, I can take care of the Japanese and the French customer better. So that's also one of the tip here. Language and the communication is very important in hospitality.
Oke, jadi salah satu yang penting juga bahasa ya. Ketika contohnya kalian pengen berikutnya kerja di mana nih, misalnya di tempat lain yang mungkin bukan bahasa Inggris aja gitu. Nah, kalian bisa coba mempelajari bahasa tersebut tanpa harus benar-benar mahir ya, karena biasanya hanya daily atau basic aja yang diperlukan untuk sehari-hari seperti itu ya. Itu akan nambah nilai plus bagi kalian saat nanti kalian mau apply ke employer gitu di negara yang kalian inginkan gitu kan. Oke.
I have one question, Tom. Can I ask?
So welcome.
maybe a lot of participants here don't know what is level 3 diploma. Could you explain more? in UK standard?
Okay, so because we got the credit by the UK system by NCFE. So level 3 is like the practical. So they have the level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we actually got the two different degree. Level 3 is showing that you have the practical and foundation knowledge of that major. So in here, for the foreman here, it's showing that you have the foundation of hospitality and you have the practical knowledge of hospitality. For the academic level 5, is the advanced diploma, is the college level. For the university, it's the level 6, it's like that.
So this 4 months program is not a diploma level. It's certificate.
Yeah, it's a level 3 certificate. Yeah.
Okay. Is it enough to get to apply for J1 internship?
For J1 internship, from my experience, they will, yes, it's totally enough because for J1, they are looking for intern people, right? And they're looking for the people with the willing to learn about her, like to get more experience to work in for entry level in US. I myself tried to apply for UK for J1 before. But I did not go to US. I went to Switzerland instead. But yes, for J1 is completely fine. Is enough. However, for J1, it's more importantly about your interview skill. It's more important that during the interview session, you can show to the interviewer what you can do and and your ambition as well. To sharing with you one of the experience, the reason why I know about the Imperial College in here, I mentioned that before I was the hotel manager, right? And even I was working in a five-star hotel, but it was so difficult for me to hire the entry level with the experience with the good knowledge. Everyone give me the BA or master degree. It's really nice in the CV, but they don't know how to do the check-in and check-out properly in the system. And then one day, one student from Imperial, they applied to me, and she was really confident. She telling me that, sir, I have the experience working in the hotel, in the five-star hotel, and if you let me, I can go to the reception. I can do the check-in to show that I know how to do it. And I was really surprised, and I let her do it, and she could do it very properly. So this is and after that I got her hired, and I even contact the Imperial College in here to reserve for the next for the next batch of students. So back in here, it's more important that you can show to them the certificate, and you can confidently. It's more about the interview skill to confidently to let the people what you can do and prove to them that you are capable of doing and learning.
Wow, bagus banget ya ternyata ya. Jadi karena memang benar-benar dipersiapkan untuk kerja, guys. Jadi kayak basically kalau kalian menempuh pendidikan itu kan ke akademis lebih banyak ya, kayak S1, even master. Mr. Tom tuh cerita. Jadi dia banyak dapat application untuk apply ke hotelnya waktu itu di Swiss ya, Swiss ya. Ya nggak? Dia tahu Imperial kan waktu dia masih di Swiss kan. Nah, terus terus habis itu dia dapat application banyak, lulusan S1, bahkan ada yang S2. Tapi ketika dites, ketika di interview, mereka tuh nggak bisa apa-apa. Mereka tuh just kayak mereka punya credential, mereka punya ijazahnya, tapi mereka tuh untuk prakteknya nggak bisa. Makanya kenapa ketika terus tiba-tiba ada student yang apply ke Swiss itu dari Imperial Hotel ternyata. Nah, Mr. Tom tuh get impressed gitu. Kenapa? Oh, ternyata dia walaupun dia cuma punya mungkin sertifikat gitu, tapi dia bisa perform really well. Dia bisa showing kayak gimana handle tamu yang mau check-in, dia langsung praktekin, dia langsung ceritain segala macam kayak gitu. Dan itu tuh very impressive gitu. Jadi dari situ Tom lebih pilih student yang itu, aplikan yang itu dibandingkan yang lulusan S1 ataupun S2 tersebut. Jadi memang nih program 4 bulan ini sangat-sangat mempersiapkan kalian untuk langsung ke dunia kerja. Gitu. Sis Utami ada yang mau tambahin?
Oh, it's pretty clear. I just want to know that.
Okay.
J1 internship, and maybe they take a college level, they could apply for young professional program in Switzerland?
Yeah, so I think one of the option in here because for the 4 month program, it's at the certificate level, so it will not allow you to go to any other college, right? Because it's not the academic level yet. But for Imperial in here, after the students study the 4 month program with us, if they would like to continue to the advanced diploma level, we can allow them to continue the journey as well. So it's like step by step in here. First stop, they can if they are not sure to commit to the 2 years program yet, they can start up with the 4 month program. And then if they really like the hospitality industry and they would like to have more academic foundation, they can continue to the advanced diploma in Imperial as well. And then after they finish the advanced diploma, and they can continue to the university level in other country. So that is also one of the options for the student in here. We are very flexible in that.
Yeah, how much they need to pay for that diploma degree on
For
top
the
of
advanced diploma program, the full cost is around $10,000 for 2 years. However, if the student already finishing the 4 month program, we will deduct some subject for the students, so the cost can be reduced. I think around 20%, so it's around $8,000 to continue.
Okay.
Oke, dan oh ya buat yang tadi kepo ya nanyanya kayak misalnya kalau kerja di Vietnam di hotel kan tadi kan salary-nya kayak sekitar untuk entry level itu sekitar 500 sampai $600 kan. Nah, terus biaya hidup di sana kan sekitar 200-an dolar. Nah, itu kalian bisa bandingkan kalau misalnya kalian contohnya untuk pekerja hotel sendiri di Indonesia itu gaji awalnya berapa and then biaya hidupnya berapa. Nah, karena in my opinion itu akan jauh lebih banyak bisa kalian saving ketika kalian kerja di sana. Kan biaya hidup di sini tuh jauh lebih mahal. Sementara UMR-nya itu seperti yang kita tahu kan nggak setinggi itu, nggak balance gitu loh. Mungkin di sini ada yang bisa tahu kayak misalnya gaji perhotelan entry level di sini berapa kira-kira gitu loh. Dengan biaya hidup di sini misalnya di kota besar atau mungkin di Bali kayak gitu ya. Nah, itu kalian bisa coba compare. Dan ingat ini adalah entry level salary ya. Jadi itu adalah awal-awal aja gitu.
That is dolar Amerika ya, Miss?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ya, oke. Nah, supaya gampang hitungnya. Supaya gampang hitungnya kita pakai USD ya. Nanti kalau misalnya dia bilang apa? Vietnam dong gitu nanti bingung nih kalian. Gitu.
I have a question, Miss.
Okay.
If finish doing the work in the class, can our set work outside in hotel? No?
Oh, okay. So because I mentioned that when you do the practical or the study in the class, it's already from 6 to 8 hours, and it's not easy, huh? Because it's a very short course for 4 months. So for the 6 hours in here, you already working at a real hotel in here. So we recommend that after that you take a rest because for many reasons, I wanted the 4 months in here. You put the priority on your study in here, and then after 4 months, after your graduation, you can apply for the full-time job. That is the time you earn money. If you because we already have some student there, he tried to find a part-time job and he spent too much time out in the part-time job, so he lose the focus in studying, and then he could not finish the subject. Then he has to do the retake and it's delay his graduation. So for us, the 4 months in here is already very compact, and it's not easy program. It's actually quite tight and quite compact and quite tired already. So we strongly recommend you to focus 100% on the practical and studying in Imperial. And after that, we can after graduation, it's a time for you to apply for the full-time job. However, on the other side, sometimes some of the time when the hotel they have the big event, right? And they have they are full house. They have so many customers. We also need to recruit the people from outside to do the casual job in the hotel. And at that time, we will let the student know so that they get the priority to work in the hotel in Imperial Hotel. And because when you work in the Imperial Hotel, we are in control of your schedule, and so that we can adjust the calendar on the day after for you.
What time start the start study in the class, sir?
For the theory, it will starting from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But for the practical, it really depend on the schedule of the hotel. I mentioned that some of the shift you may need to start at just 5:30 or 6 a.m. Some of the shift you will start in late evening and then working until late midnight. And the schedule is not fixed, right? Because we follow the real scale, the real demand of the hotel in here. You need to one way to be ready. Like in the real world here, you only know your working schedule 1 or 2 weeks in advance. So similarly to the hotel, when you studying with us in here. So that's why working part-time job outside of the hotel, we really don't recommend it. And to be honest, it's not necessary. And for me, I would recommend you to focus on studying, and then after graduation is the time to earn money.
Oke, jadi karena ini tuh programnya bener-bener singkat dan dipadetin banget. Kan ini padat banget ya, maksudnya singkat banget selama 16 minggu tuh 4 bulan. Itu benar-benar kalian tuh belajarnya itu langsung udah praktek. Kalian akan kerasa seperti kalian tuh kerja di situ. Nah, jadi udah mungkin melelahkan juga gitu. Jadi memang nggak direkomendasiin, walaupun mungkin kalau misalnya kalian curi-curi waktu untuk part-time di luar, mungkin bisa. Tapi jujur dapatnya nggak seberapa dan kalian tuh akan resikonya besar sekali untuk kalian besok tuh nggak bisa perform dengan bagus saat kalian sedang kerja di Imperial Hotel, kerja belajar ya, learning sambil kerja itu kan. Nah, jadi nggak akan bagus untuk perform kalian, untuk referensi kalian nantinya. Karena ini kan program ini dipersiapkan untuk kalian akan kerja setelah ini kan, langsung kerja kan. Jadi kebayang nggak sih kalau misalnya kalian tuh performnya itu menurun, and then itu akan contoh nanti kalian harus mengulang subjeknya. Berarti itu kan kalian delay di kelulusannya, and then kalian harus mengulang, and then waktu juga terbuang, terus kalian nilainya juga nggak begitu bagus. Nah, jadi nggak disarankan gitu. Dan karena program ini tuh sangat, ya itu tadi, sangat compact dan bisa dibilang short ya. Terus kalau misalnya gimana mau dapat duit tambahan, itu dari hotel itu seperti yang Mr. Tom tadi bilang, mereka sering ngadain kan ada event besar, terus wedding dan lain sebagainya. Jadi kalau mereka itu kekurangan staff dan seringnya mereka juga hire studentnya sendiri gitu. Jadi mereka kan kasih tahu nanti ketika mereka ada event gitu, student boleh apply untuk kerja di situ. Dan nanti mereka akan sesuaikan waktu belajar kalian ketika kalian itu juga di situ sambil kerja, digaji tentunya gitu. Dan itu nggak cuma dari gajinya aja ya, tapi lebih ke suatu hal yang lebih daripada uangnya, yaitu working experience referensinya itu loh, yang benar-benar oke banget gitu.
I get it.
Okay. Tom, is there any culinary division? Because some people ask about it.
No, actually, we don't have the culinary section. We don't train you to become a chef. However, we have the restaurant management. So you will study how to manage the restaurant, and it's also including the kitchen. So you will learn how to do your food cost. You do your cost control to control in the kitchen here, but to manage the kitchen. But we don't train you to become a chef.
Oke, jadi kalau specifically untuk jadi chef nggak ada, tapi kalau misalnya mau kerja di manajemen hotel restaurant itu bisa kalian belajar di situ. Jadi yang specific culinary division belum ada ya, oke. And then next, I know nothing's guaranteed, but is the 4-month program enough to get placed in Canada or Australia? I have worked in hospitality in Africa before. Mungkin Miss Sisutami mau answer atau gimana?
Yeah, I need to it's always depend on you. We are preparing you to become better version of yourself, right? So in your CV right now, you can show that you has been working in Africa. You have been working in a five-star hotel in Vietnam. You are capable of doing what kind of job over there, and you need to show to the interview that you are suitable to that hotel in Canada or in Australia. It's most importantly to show to the interview that you are capable of doing something they need to, and also to be different. As I mentioned before, you need to be different compared to other candidates as well. So you need to find yourself a unique selling point, and during the time in here, we will together to help you to looking for that.
Ya, jadi pathway-nya jelas ya. Mereka tuh mempersiapkan kalian supaya ready untuk bisa diterima di kerjaan yang kalian inginkan. Nah, sisanya tergantung dari perform kalian sendiri juga. Gitu. Sis mau jelasin tambahan nggak, Sis Utami? Oke, gimana? Nggak ya?
Teman-teman, sekali lagi ini adalah stepping stone-nya. Ini kuliahnya cukup singkat, tapi kalau misalnya kalian pernah dengar certificate level, ini adalah dasar base-nya yang paling dasar. Jadi kalau misalnya dari sertifikat level itu kalian misalnya mau ngejam ke sini, ngejam ke situ, selama si employer mau, ya nggak ada masalah. Selama employer mau. Nah, masalahnya banyak employer yang minta yang lebih gitu loh. Apalagi di negara-negara yang bervisa cukup ketat. Jadi ini adalah stepping stone. Kalau misalnya kalian mau lanjut pathway-nya juga, mereka menyediakan kalau misalnya kalian masuk ke diploma, nah ada kredit-kredit yang udah bisa diambil di situ. Tapi kalau misalnya kalian mau ambil untuk pengalaman, untuk masuk ke pasar-pasar yang mudah seperti di Vietnam sendiri, terus Dubai, ya itu pasarnya mudah tuh. Hospitality kan tersebar di seluruh dunia. Jangan khawatir kalau mengenai pathway-nya, aku percaya banget karena tadi ada banyak partner hotelnya dan ada banyak banget peluang di hospitality. Tapi ini adalah stepping stone yang bagus. Sis Martin mau nambahin?
Ya, bisa juga mungkin sebelum kalian ke Australia atau Kanada, karena kan di sana kan seperti yang si Sutami bilang ya, ketat ya penerimaannya ya. Nah, kalian bisa getting experience dulu, misalnya kalian ke Dubai dulu, atau kalian mungkin ke kerja di Vietnamnya sendiri dulu, sehingga kalian punya certain position and then certain working experience yang pasti nggak akan sia-sia. Dan aku kasih tahu ya, kalau bicara soal ROI, balik modal, cuan segala macam ya, ini tuh karena programnya benar-benar sangat murah dan sangat terjangkau ya. Jadi walaupun ya kalian tuh di sana selama 4 bulan bisa dibilang oke, kalau kalian dapat job dari inside hotel kalian cuma bisa untuk paling uang jajan, untuk makan kayak gitu-gitu, tapi kan lumayan ya. Itu kalian bisa hitung lah. Kalau misalnya dengan kalian tuh ambil yang mahal nih pendidikannya, lalu secara akademis kalian harus belajar 2 tahun dulu segala macam. Nah, itu kalian bisa hitung di situ. Walaupun kalian dengan part time job. Dan pastinya dari segi waktu juga ini tuh mempersiapkan kalian tuh langsung kerja. Jadi 4 bulan and then kalian langsung kerja gitu. Jadi lebih saving time banget, terutama buat yang udah mature student gitu. Dan biaya hidup sekali lagi di sana kan sangat terjangkau banget ya teman-teman. Jadi dengan kalian kerja di sana, kalian masih bisa saving gitu dengan entry level tersebut gitu. And then about the study session, like is there any like off day in a week, Tom?
Yes, there's off day in the week as well, of course. Yeah,
They're
for
not
theory,
robot, right?
yeah, no worry. Yes, again, the off day is also depend on the hotel schedule, because imagine yourself as the hotel employee already. Don't think yourself as a student, okay? Because you're working in the hotel. The timetable will be flexible on the hotel demand. For example, like if you're studying the theory, you will usually have the off day on Sunday and Saturday, right? But if you're on practical, it can be off day on any day during the day, during the week. For example, you're working in the weekend and you have the off day on Tuesday or Wednesday. We will still guarantee or ensure the number of day in the month enough for you, like similarly to when you're working in the hotel.
Ya, sekali lagi karena dunia hospitality itu kalau bicara libur memang tahu sendiri kan kerja di bidang perhotelan, lalu kayak service, kayak kerja di mall gitu kan, airport segala macam. Yang namanya libur pasti ada, day off pasti ada. Cuma sekali lagi tergantung schedule-nya nanti ya didapatnya itu kapan. Kalau misalnya untuk teorinya itu kan weekend tuh pasti libur. Tapi ketika kalian nanti dapat shift untuk practical segala macam, apalagi kalau kalian dapat apa kerjanya tadi seperti di hire gitu-gitu ya, otomatis weekend tuh kalian nggak ada libur. Jadi liburnya nanti di hari biasa. Cuma itu 1 minggu sekali pasti ada off day-nya. Tenang, kita bukan robot guys ya. Harus selalu ada off day.
Yeah, and also if you need any specific day to be off, for example, you have the family issue or you feeling unwell on the day, you can also email to us to let us know that you need to be off on that specific day, and we can arrange the day off for you, and also to arrange the extra study for you on the day after. But the off day need to be less than 15% in total. So you need to attend at least 85% of the cost in order to graduate.
Oke, jadi boleh kalau mau izin ya. Gitu, asal dikasih tahu dulu sebelumnya. Dan ada minimal requirement-nya yaitu 85% kehadiran. Sis mau tambahin? Oh, wait. Sis Utami mau tambahin kah?
Mau closing statement apa gimana? Belum.
Boleh?
Udah mau 2
Oke.
jam.
Ya. Tapi masih pada
Iya,
ini ya.
nggak apa-apa kalau misalnya belum nanti aja.
Ini.
Nah,
Oke,
Lanjut.
ada yang mau tanya nggak? Ada yang mau langsung tanya nggak ini? Karena kan untuk chat ini udah habis nih. Nah,
Yes. Are there the choose near hotel, Miss? Choose
choose what? Sorry?
gereja.
Oh, is there any church? Tom, is there any church near the hotel
Yeah.
or in Vung Tau?
Any church, right? Like yes, we have church in the yes, we have a lot of church in Vietnam. I think around at least like 30% of Vietnamese like go to the church, and then 50% is Buddhism and 20% is other religion. I can say that in Vietnam here we have many different religion in Vietnam, and then also Vũng Tàu is a very small town. It's very access from here to there, so don't worry too much about the church. I'm not because I myself is Buddhism, so I don't know specifically the address. But when you do on the Google Map, you can easily find a lot of church.
Okay.
Tenang Pak, ada Google Pak. Pasti nyampe itu, ada aja
Nanti
itu.
bisa dicari apa dibantu cari kali ya sis ya kita ya. Oke, next ada yang mau tanya langsung raise hand gitu, tanya sama kita ke atau tanya sama Mr. Tom gitu ya. Biar jelas semuanya. Mungkin ada? Sebelum kita close.
Kayaknya excited udah mau langsung pada apply.
Iya, oh ya, bulan April udah ada beberapa yang apply ya, dan tadi salah satu contohnya adalah Kak Rinto tadi udah diterima ya, jadi dia langsung nanti April cus ke sana.
Ya aku yang nggak ikut webinar ini udah ada 4 loh.
Iya, mantap jiwa. Siapa yang mau nyusul?
Langkah-langkah selanjutnya gimana? Gimana apanya? Kayak di sini gimana?
Langkah selanjutnya kalian cukup submit ya ijazah, and then paspor, and then transkrip minimal SMA ya, and then ya cuma itu aja. Nanti kalian akan dikasih schedule kayak tadi ada yang baru aja apply ya sebelum webinar ini, dikasih schedule untuk sesi interview dan consultation gitulah. Nanti kita dampingin juga, dan itu jangan khawatir ya, interviewnya juga lebih ke kayak ngobrol gitu loh. Kenapa kalian minat ambil ini program? Jadi apa sih vision mission kalian ke depan tentang hospitality kayak gitu-gitu.
Dan finally month April, yes, right.
Kenapa?
April finally.
Ya,
Berangkatnya.
April itu yang paling cepat intake-nya. Setelah itu ada September.
Tapi
Gimana?
Pak, kalau mau berangkat April, prosesnya jangan April, prosesnya dari sekarang Pak.
Iya.
Kalau proses April nanti berangkatnya di intake berikutnya.
Karena April itu udah masuk tanggal 27 kalau nggak salah ya, Kak Rinto ada tuh LOA-nya dapatnya. Kayaknya around tanggal 20-an gitu udah masuk.
Jadi seandainya sekarang di apply, resume, bayarannya terakhir atau gimana?
Pembayarannya di bulan Maret. Karena Maret itu
Maaf.
nanti apply visa. Visa kan nanti diuruskan oleh sekolah. Nah, sebelum apply visa itu harus sudah payment. Karena ini adalah short course dan memang harus payment langsung di depan. Karena ini 4 bulan aja kursnya. Gitu.
Kalau seandainya udah kita apply, terus mendadak nih nggak jadi, ada punishment-nya? No.
Oh, okay. Let me ask. Okay, Tom, in case if the student already applied and then suddenly
Already
there
paid.
is
Paid.
already paid for the deposit for the for the tuition fee, and then suddenly they have issues and they cannot
Hmm.
go, they cannot attend the program. Is there any possibility for the policy of refund from the school?
We have the specific policy of the refund as well. But first of all, you need to tell us before the course starts, right? Not after, because if the before the course starts, we already like sum up the number of participants and we prepare everything already. So if the course already start, we will not do the refund. Of course, with the reason in here, we need to check case by case, like what the reason is it valid? We will, but in general, we will try to support the student as much as we can in here. Maybe we can first try to delay to the next coming semester.
Okay.
When's the coming semester?
The one after April will be in October.
Oh, October. Sorry.
Jadi kalau ketinggalan bisa defer ke Oktober, Pak. Tapi kalau misalnya Bapak mau refund, is there any deduction?
Yep, there is.
Like admin fee, ya?
Yeah.
How much?
I will share with you in detail because there are a lot of like detailed policy in which case and that case as well. So in general, I cannot say in detail right now, but we have the specific term and condition for that when you do the payment.
Oke.
Oke. Next, buat yang tanya, biaya 2.200 USD apakah sudah termasuk tiket pesawat? No ya, itu adalah biaya dari programnya ini sendiri, tiket pesawat beli sendiri. Karena itu biaya udah compact 4 bulan ini, kalian dapat sertifikasinya dari UK, dan kalian tuh benar-benar di 4 bulan ini full untuk belajar sambil kerja gitu loh. Maksudnya ini praktikal gitu loh. Jadi nggak cuma belajar teori gitu, jadi langsung.
Dan ini
Jadi-
bukan LPK ya, teman-teman ya.
Ya, ini bukan LPK ya. Tapi ini dipersiapkan memang untuk kalian kerja langsung
Masih
setelah.
beda, ijazahnya UK degree.
Iya, ijazahnya UK degree loh, kayak benar-benar diakuin secara internasional ya. And then divisi apa di hospitality yang memungkinkan untuk bisa kerja di Australia. Nah, sekali lagi tergantung in demand-nya saat itu. Kita mungkin sekarang bisa bilang, oh di Australia lagi butuh ini sekarang. Tapi kan kalian bukan apply-nya sekarang, guys. Jadi kalian tuh kan nanti masih ada proses nih, apalagi kalau yang nanti daftar buat Oktober. Nah, kita nggak tahu nih ketika kalian sudah selesai program, and then saat itu demand apa gitu. Nah, itu adalah something yang kalian harus selalu follow up dengan Imperial Hotel juga nantinya. Karena kalian tuh nanti pasti dari awal juga langsung bisa set up. Misalnya, oh aku nih pengennya habis ini lanjut ke sini. Aku nih pengennya berkarirnya di restoran. Atau mungkin lebih ke managerial things mungkin. Atau lebih ke event planner, kayak gitu-gitu. Nah, jadi dari awal tuh kalian sudah bisa komunikasikan dengan pihak Imperial College-nya. Imperial Hotelnya ya. Jadi nanti dibantu untuk bisa menuju cita-cita dan keinginan kalian itu gitu. Divisi cook atau chef nggak ada ya yang khusus, tapi ada manajemen restorannya. The nearest city to fly ya Ho Chi Minh. Ya, jadi kalau kalian mau ke Vung Tau, ini namanya Vung Tau ya. Vung Tau itu kayak Balinya Indonesia. Hotelnya itu bagus banget. Jadi bener-bener langsung di depannya pantai gitu. Nah, Itu turunnya di Ho Chi Minh, and then sekitar 2 jaman, lalu sampai di Vũng Tàu. 2 jam naik mobil ya. Oh ya, Tom,
Vũng
kira
Tàu is actually a part of Ho Chi Minh City, and from the airport to our school is around 2 hours by car.
nanti ada pick up dari school ya, otomatis. Nah, untuk fee pick up-nya segala macam itu nanti ada sendiri juga. Jadi maksudnya itu biasanya dipaketkan dengan, contohnya dengan 3 hari stay di dorm misalnya. Jadi nanti biasanya mereka tuh ada package khusus gitu, khusus untuk student baru. Kayak misalnya penjemputan dari airport ke Vũng Tàu ini, lalu sekaligus 3 hari stay di dorm. Jadi kalian tuh dikasih ngerasain dulu nih 3 hari stay. Kira-kira mau lanjut apa enggak? Atau kalian pengen dikasih referensi ke tempat tinggal lain gitu. Apakah ini bisa menjadi stepping stone atau reason yang cukup untuk bisa ambil sertifikat 3? Oh, sis sudah jawab ya. Mau dijawab ini sis?
Tergantung, it will depend on the profile pastinya. Kalau dia punya S1, punya S2, ngapain dia belajar diploma, terus udah gitu nanti dari belajar di sini nyemplung lagi ke AUSI, terlalu muter-muter, terlalu ngoyo, pisahnya juga bakalan risky, menurut aku.
Oke. Oke, ada lagi yang mau langsung tanya sebelum kita close the webinar?
2 jam loh, 2 jam.
Nggak berasa ya guys ya. Memang sebenarnya itu sih webinar sama kita berdua kali ya sis. Boleh rasis lah ya. Boleh narsis gitu. Oke, kalau nggak ada, nanti buat yang masih pengen tanya tapi secara personal, mungkin bisa langsung DM kita. Terus untuk syarat-syaratnya segala macam seperti yang tadi kita sebutkan itu gampang banget, cukup ijazah minimal SMA, and then paspor, and then CV lah ya. Nah, terus nanti langsung aja submit ke kita, kita nanti bisa langsung schedulein untuk interview and then consultation bareng yaitu, jadi interview session and consultation itu bareng. Terus sama nanti internal English test, udah itu aja. Dan itu free, nggak ada biaya tambahan lain, ya.
Sis,
And
aku
then,
ketik nomor aku, dirimu ketik nomor dirimu.
Oke, jadi ini nanti
Admin.
kalau mau kontak. And then selain dorm bisa cari apart sendiri kah? Iya, bisa cari atau bisa juga dibantu cariin sama mereka. Gitu. The cost-nya tadi macam-macam ya. Jadi kalau dormnya sendiri 1 bulannya sekitar 1,3, 1,4 gitulah. Jadi biaya hidup di sana itu sangat relatif terjangkau ya, sekitar 3,5 jutaan itu minimal. Udah termasuk tempat tinggal, makan, transport, dan grocery sekalian. Gitu. Jauh lebih murah daripada kos-kosan di Jakarta ya. Di Jogja.
Nanti makannya itu seperti apa? Masak sendiri kah atau nyari sendiri kah?
Makan itu kalau dari hotel itu mereka ada voucher untuk staff, jadi jauh lebih murah. Yang masak itu koki hotelnya langsung. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian lunch di sana, kalian tuh ada dapat special price untuk vouchernya khusus gitu loh. Kayak kalau kalian kerja di Changi Airport, nah mereka kan punya tuh member atau voucher tertentu itu selisihnya jauh. Kalau kalian di Changi kalian akan lihat nih kayak harga untuk kita sebagai orang luar sama harga staff. Nah, itu beda gitu. Jadi kalian nanti
Berarti
ada fasilitas tersebut. Sisanya sih kalian bisa masak atau bisa jajan sendiri di luar juga. Makan di Vietnam murah kok, tenang. Ya, kurang lebih sekitar 3,5 jutaan ya. Jadi minimal 200-an dolar. 200 sampai 300 dolar tergantung kalian nih stay-nya di mana, terus gaya hidupnya, ya kan? Oke. Next, ada lagi kah sebelum kita close? Ya, buat yang masih butuh jawaban yang lebih pasti atau mungkin pertanyaan terlalu personal, kalian bisa reach out ke aku atau Sis Utami ya. Nanti kita akan bantu untuk menjawab semua kekepoan kalian itu. Oke?
Yuk,
Oke?
closing statement.
Ya, yuk closing statement dari Mr. Tom dulu deh. Oke, Tom, please say something for closing statement.
Closing already.
Iya.
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you again. I really, really appreciate you and the audience time in here to spend to explore the opportunity to studying at Imperial International College. I really, really appreciate it, and I am super happy to receive the question from the audience in here, which means that they are interesting and they are exploring the program in here. For those people who still have any concern or did not have a chance to speak up to share the question, please feel free to contact your Utami or Martini in here because again in hospitality we do the personalized service. Everyone is different compared to other people, so you can be a unique person and you'll be different here. So we will treat you case by case. So after you contact Martini and Utami in here, we will have the interview or consultant section in here to explore what is the suitable program for you, what is the best time for you to come to Vietnam, and which program for you need to attend to. And also like you already start to think about the job after, right? So in the interview and consultant session, we already need to speak and like talk to each other. What is your career after graduation already? We need to prepare for that. So don't be shy to like then we not to be shy, but feel free to contact us anytime, and then we will need to personalize your career path starting with Imperial.
Oke, Sis Utami.
Oke, kalian tahu pasti udah pernah dengar nge-scroll di TikTok atau di Instagram bahwa Sapa Vietnam itu adalah Switzerland-nya Asia, ya. Kali ini aku juga nemuin sesuatu yang beda. Kalau misalnya kalian tahu sejarah hospitality itu mulai dari Switzerland. Ada satu sekolah yang juga jadi hotel, itu ada SHMS, ada BHMS, dan akhirnya Switzerland itu jadi opung ya, jadi kakek nenek moyang dari hospitality. Nah, di Asia sama seperti Sapa, ternyata kita punya Imperial. Jadi kalian jangan khawatir, ini akan jadi cikal bakal besar kalau aku melihatnya. Kenapa? Karena hotelnya sendiri bagus banget. Kalau kalian udah lihat VT-VT-nya Sis Martini, aku belum sempat ngiklanin apa-apa, tapi Sis Martini udah bikin itu jadi background. Dulu kita juga pernah ngadain webinar sebelumnya, dan aku tahu hotelnya ini bagus banget. Kalian ambil pengalamannya, rasakan experience-nya, karena hospitality ini adalah dunia yang luas banget. Ke depan kalian mau ngejam kemana aja, kalian mau pergi kemana aja, meskipun hanya sebagai waiter, doorman, itu adalah langkah yang paling tepat mulai dari hospitality. Karena kalau misalnya kalian kayak aku marketing, ngomongnya pinter, ngecapnya pinter, tapi kalau misalnya aku bilang aku mau kerja di Australia, aku mau kerja di US, aku nggak bisa dapat visa semudah teman-teman yang hospitality.
Nggak dibutuhin soalnya Sis, marketing.
Sorry, contohnya nggak boleh US atau Australia, nanti mikirnya ke situ, soalnya itu visanya sulit ya, dua itu. Tapi kalian bisa kayak ngejam ke Eropa, ke negara manapun. Aku kalau misalnya aku ngelamar ke Eropa juga belum tentu kepake, bahasanya nggak sama. Ya, jadi teman-teman ambil, karena hospitality itu adalah pintu dari melihat dunia. Oke.
Oke, thank you sis. Betul banget, aku setuju banget. Dan kalian jujur ya, kadang beberapa orang berpikir, kok di Vietnam gitu ya. Hei, jangan salah, Vietnam tuh sekarang growing banget loh guys. Untuk turismenya luar biasa banget. Kalian lihat deh, semua agentur aja itu sodorin Vietnam. Mereka bikin package-nya banyak banget gitu. Dan mereka lagi bangun banyak resort, banyak hotel bagus di sana. Kayak Danang, Sapa, apalagi tadi ya. Sapa itu kayak Swiss-nya ini, bener-bener oke banget. Ada winternya, ada snow-nya. Nah, jadi ini tuh suatu hal yang sangat bagus banget untuk memulai karir kalian gitu. Karena kan mereka tuh diakui dunia sekarang untuk turismenya. Nah, dan jangan kalian pikir, wah nanti di Vietnam doang nih karir aku. Enggak dong, seperti yang Sis Utami bilang, ini adalah stepping stone. Kalian ambil pengalamannya, kalian punya working experience yang bagus, kalian punya sertifikatnya secara internasional. Nah, itu akan jadi combination yang sangat bagus banget ketika nanti kalian melangkah lebih lanjut ke luar negeri gitu loh, luar dari Vietnam gitu. Dan buat yang mau ke Dubai itu juga gampang kalau dari sini. Dubai itu juga kan salah satu hospitality-nya sangat diakui ya oleh dunia ya. Bahkan student aku aja beberapa yang dari sana akhirnya mereka bisa ke Kanada segala macam. Nah, jadi ambil experience-nya, ambil peluang ini, kalian akan bisa langsung cepet memulai karir kalian. Tunggu apa lagi gitu. Apalagi yang udah dikejar umur gitu. Gak usah tunggu lama-lama. Karena ini tuh langsung dipersiapkan untuk kerja gitu. Jangan pikir panjang lagi deh. Kalau mau keluar dari comfort zone, ini saatnya. Oke? Thank you teman-teman yang udah hadir sampai jam 10 lewat. Benar-benar really appreciate ya. Thank you to Tom. Really appreciate too for your information and this opportunity. Looking forward to meeting you soon ya. And then
Yeah, sure.
Sis Utami, thanks a lot for always joining. We are joining each other always. Okay. Okay, thanks teman-teman. I'll see you again in our next webinar. Don't forget
Oke.
to contact us ya.
Thank you everyone. Hope to see you in Vietnam very soon.
Oke,
Ya,
siapa yang mau nyusul Rinto? Oke? Oke, bye-bye.
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Mr. Tom and
Have a
Tini.
good evening. Have a good
Bye.
night. Thank you. Thank you everyone.